Hello friends, welcome back to Random Hearts. In all seriousness, I thought that was kind of fun to do a play on the Star Wars theme, but this is a pretty serious topic, and as an adult who bit my nails, I feel like it's not talked about a lot. It is a habit, and it was something that I grew up doing, and I did not have access to beauty products as a kid. And so if my nails were rough or needed a file, I just bit them. And so as an adult, I tried lots of times to break the habit, but it didn't occur to me that I could even grow natural nails. I felt like my nail beds were so bad that even if I tried to grow them out, they were brittle, they were thin. I could not keep long nails. I tried lots of times. It wasn't until I started watching other YouTubers and seeing other tutorials on how to actually care for your nails that it occurred to me I could do this. So today I want to share with you 10 products that I feel have basically saved my nails. They haven't saved me from biting them, but doing my nails, the entire action of doing my nails has kept me from biting them. It usually takes me about 2 hours to do a manicure, and so and that's without any special painting. But there are some products that have helped me to speed that process up, to care for my nails in a better way, and so I want to share with you today those 10 products. So I'm going to begin with what I feel is the most important tool to have in your arsenal if you're wanting to take care of your nails, and that is a good file. Now, when I came into adulthood and actually started buying nail products for myself, I went to the go-to emery board that is those cheap brown, almost sandpapery, really thin files. And I found that they would tear up my nails more than they would actually file them. So I have discovered these. They are a glass file. This is by Holo Taco. I will link all the products that I can in the description. I am not affiliated with any of these companies. These are just products I like. So I'll link those if I can down in the description. I don't have some of them, but these files have been the best for me. I did find another version at my local day spa that was pretty similar, but not all nail files are the same. The texture is what I found is the problem. So if it's too coarse for my nails are very thin, very soft, and if it's too coarse, it will just tear up my nail rather than file it and get a nice smooth surface. So my number one product is a good nail file, and I am suggesting a glass one. The second product that I want to suggest is having a good set of nail cuticle nippers. And I don't suggest having nail clippers, but the nipper is something that I do suggest. This has a really sharp, almost chiseled edge on it, and that can get down into these areas of your nail bed where you might have things that will pull or tear on, especially in my dry climate, they might dry up and pull and tear, and then that's when you get hangnails and you get damage around your cuticles. So I do suggest having one of these. I don't use it on a super regular basis, but anytime there is a skin tag or anything that is causing me irritation, that I will use the side cuts rather than trying to use my teeth. Which your teeth, that's what I was doing when I was younger. I was biting those rather than nipping them or cutting them. And your teeth are just not strong enough, don't have that surface area to take care of them quite as well. So I would suggest having some kind of a side cut. The third product that I want to suggest is hydration for your nails and your nail beds. This is not something I suggest you do before your manicure. This is what I suggest you use after your manicure and on a daily basis. I use cuticle oil and hand cream at least 2 to 3 times a day. Now this is a cuticle oil from Orly. It comes in a glass jar with a little eyedropper type dropping tool, and you just drop that onto your nail and you rub it in. Now this is something that makes my fingers very greasy, so I only use it about twice a day. I use it in the morning after I get showered, and I will use it again at bedtime. But I do highly suggest this. This is an argan oil, and it is fabulous for keeping my cuticles from drying out and getting that hard, crusty, so that they'll snag on everything and then I just want to bite them. So I suggest that. Then I also suggest having a good hand cream, something that's light, not greasy. I have a real hard time with greasy nails, and I won't use lotion if my hands are too greasy. So I have found this one from Holo Taco is pretty good. There are a couple other brands that if I can remember what they are and I have them, I will link them in the description. But something that is non-greasy will promote you to basically hydrate your hands more often during the day. My next product that I suggest is having a good cuticle remover. This is just by Sally Hansen. I buy this at Walmart. It is pretty simple. You put it on the edges of your cuticle and you use a little orange stick or a cuticle pusher and you push your cuticles back. As your nail grows out, your cuticles will grow out with it. And that was some of the reason why I would bite my nails as well. Those cuticle pieces, edges, would grow out onto the nail, and then I would start picking at them or biting at them, and then that led to more things. Every time I do my manicure, I use this cuticle remover. So anytime you see my nails have changed color, I have gone through the process to take that cuticle, push it back, so that it's not growing out on the nail. So this is a highly needed product. The next product that I want to suggest is simply this, some kind of nail lacquer. I have quite a few different types and brands, but anything that can keep your nail stronger and coat it will help, especially for me. I had super thin nails and they didn't have a great C curve. That's the part of your nail that actually curves. They didn't have a great C curve on their own, so adding that nail lacquer to them does provide some strength. Now, you do have to put your nail lacquer on in a proper order to make sure that that is adhering to your nail and it's not going to chip up when you do everyday household chores. But having nail lacquer on your nails, that has helped me immensely. It's also, like I said at the beginning, helped me so that I don't bite my nails or pick at them, because I'm having to put this on about every 4 to 5 days. And it takes about 2 hours. When I am doing that, I am basically telling myself this is important enough that I can take 2 hours out of my day, so I should not be picking at this or biting at it. So having my nails painted is a huge deal to keeping them from being bitten. When I am talking about prepping your nails properly, I am talking about this next product. This is called a Dehydrator, and it actually works on your nail beds to remove the oils that are naturally there. Now, I have very naturally oily skin and oily nail beds, and I had no idea until I started watching other YouTubers that there was a reason why my nail polish would always just peel right off. And it's because my nails are too oily and I need to dehydrate those. You can use, this is from Cuticle, this is a nail dehydrator, but you can also use 100% acetone. That will help as well. You use that right before you go ahead and put your base coats on, and that is where we're going to go next. So having a proper base coat is essential to making sure that your manicure actually will last. Now I have 3 different samples here. This is a Holo Taco base coat. This is the long lasting. This is a Strong Start from Essie, and this is the Orly Bonder base coat. So they are all different base coats. They all behave differently, and based on your body chemistry, they will behave differently for your nails as well. But what I have found is, depending on the nail lacquer that you're using, you want to stay within that same company's base coats and top coats. So if I am going to be putting on a Holo Taco lacquer, I want to use Holo Taco's base coat as much as possible. Same with Essie. If I'm putting on an Essie lacquer, I want to make sure that I am using that Essie base coat and top coat. The reason here is simple. These companies formulate their base coat and top coat to work with their specific lacquers. And so if I am using something that is a different brand or a little off in their chemical composition, it could mess with the lacquer, and it could make it so that that manicure does not last as long. And if I'm going to spend 2 hours on something, I want it to last. So I suggest having a good base coat. That is the best way to start your manicure. Now, just like our base coats, a good top coat is also necessary for keeping a manicure for a lot longer. And so I've also found that if I do a base coat, top coat, and 2 coats of my lacquer, that gives me more strength on my nail bed. So just like our base coats, I want a top coat that matches my lacquer, whatever I'm using, if that product is available. So I've got a Holo Taco, I've got an Essie, and an Orly here. Now, the thing that I like about my Orly and my Essie is that they are speed setting polishes. They dry very quickly. They're a quick dry top coat. I think that the Holo Taco one is as well, but I don't have that. It's not on its label anywhere. So always making sure that you can dry your manicure quickly will help you to keep your manicure from getting smudged up, nicked up, things like that. And so having that base coat and top coat that work together with that lacquer is an essential part of having a good manicure that will last for a while. Now, when I talk about speed setting, that means that the chemicals within the nail polish are quickly drying and actually giving a crust on the top. Now, that does not always dry everything underneath. So if I already have 2 to 3 layers of polish or lacquer on my nail and I put a top coat on top of it, it will just seal that top coat. It doesn't seal everything in. And so this is where the next product comes into play. These are called fast dry drops. These are by Zoya, and they are a lot like the nail oil, where you put them down on the cuticle, towards the cuticle bed, but I let my finger kind of drop off with them so that it will go across the entire surface of the nail. They're a little bit on the oily side, but they go beneath the surface and they actually start drying some of the layers underneath your top coat. So this is an essential part to having a manicure that can be done quickly. I can actually have a manicure done within 2 hours because I'm using this as my very last step in my manicure. So this will help me so that I can go to bed without getting my sheets all messed up or my nails messed up from my sheets. So fast dry drops from Zoya, those are a huge deal. The last products I want to talk about are kind of 2 products. So I've got my 100% acetone here, and I've got a couple of nail cleanup brushes. This one is from Holo Taco. It is a very small head on this brush, and that one is great for getting right around the edges of your cuticles. And then this is from Maniology. This is a cleanup brush from them. This is 103 from their collection. And this one has a larger head on it, and I like this one to get back behind my nails because, believe it or not, even though I have been doing this for years now, I still get polish all over my skin, especially because I am very dominantly right-handed, and if I'm trying to paint with my left hand, I'm not as good with it. So I will almost always need to use a cleanup brush. Basically, all I do is I dip this into some acetone and I just walk it around very carefully and clean it up. I will clean it off onto a paper towel as I go, and so my brush is constantly clean. But these have been a lifesaver, and honestly, I have friends ask me all the time how I am able to have such a neat, clean manicure. This is the reason right here. And I've told them before, but they don't believe me. But it truly is the reason. When I first started painting my nails, it looked like a 2-year-old painted them because I just was not skilled at it. I had no practice with it. I've gotten a little better at it, but I still do make mistakes and errors, and everybody does. And so having a very good quality nail brush is essential to being able to clean up the messes that you're going to inevitably make on your nails when you're doing a manicure. So these are the 10 products that I wanted to share with you today. These are the reason mostly that I have been able to stop biting my nails. It's just because I'm taking care of them now and making that conscious effort. I am not a nail technician. I have no formal training here. And so when I thought about doing this video, I was a little hesitant. I don't want to come across the wrong way here. These are products that work for me, and they work with my body chemistry. And if you are a nail biter and you are struggling with stopping that habit and you really want to stop it, these might be some products that you want to have in your arsenal to make sure that you are taking care of your nails. So I hope this video has been helpful for anyone out there that does suffer from nail biting. I have 0 pictures of my nails from prior. I did not want my pictures taken of my nails. In fact, when we got married, my husband and I didn't even want pictures of our rings because my nails would be in the pictures. So I have no pictures from prior, and I was always ashamed of it, and I'm here to tell you that if you have that problem, if you suffer from nail biting and you're really truly trying to stop, you can have healthy nails again. You just need to start somewhere. And believe me, it took a long time, it took a lot of effort, and it still takes a lot of effort. About once a week, I have to sit down for 2 hours and take care of my nails. But I find it's a very relaxing time for me. I a lot of times will watch a YouTube video while I'm doing it, or I will listen to music and just kind of take that moment for myself. So if this has been a helpful video for you, please let me know in the comments. If there is anything that you would like to know nail related, I kind of have a couple other ideas I'd like to share. Let me know by giving this a thumbs up. And then I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.